Hello, this is my review of the Direct Action Dust Backpack. I've done a review of the Direct Action Ghost in written form and a video review of the, Direct Action Dragon Egg. And Direct Action was kind enough to send me this dust to review, and I've been carrying it for about 2 months now. And I'm incredibly impressed with it. It's a great bag, just like their other offerings. It's really rugged. It's a good size. It has this nice new laser cut MOLLE that I really like. I've become a big fan of this. So let's get to it. So starting on the front of the bag, you've got the MOLLE field here. It's a 4x8 matrix of MOLLE, very good size for most things. Moving in toward the inside, you've got a slip pocket here. It's big enough for a first aid kit or a wallet or travel documents, what have you. It's basically the size of this whole field inside, so it covers this area of the pack here. Very handy to have. I like having a nice, easily accessible outside pocket there, so that's very good feature. Moving on toward what we call the admin section of the pack. On the outer flap here, I don't know if you can make this out in the video, there's a plastic or a clear lined pocket here that I assume is made for maps or maybe small tablets. I actually have put my Nexus tablet in here, and you can operate the tablet through this protective covering here pretty easily. So, in theory, you could put a small tablet in here and still operate it while it's protected. An iPad Mini would fit, an iPad regular sized would not fit, but it's perfect for my Nexus 7. It fits nicely in here. I generally don't use this pocket. I would have preferred a mesh pocket, but I can see why they put this in here. The mesh pocket would have been pretty small, and this is a feature you don't typically see on bags. So it is nice to have a map pocket if that's the kind of thing that you find yourself using. Moving on toward the inside here, we've got a mesh pocket on the bottom that's secured with Velcro, and it kind of billows out. I don't know if you can see that. It's very roomy. You can put a lot of stuff in here. I've got some bug spray. I've got my camera goes in here. Some other small odds and ends that I secured. It's nice if the bag gets tipped upside down. This usually keeps anything from coming out, so it's just enough to keep everything secured in here. Up here we have a padded small pocket. It's good for a relatively small smartphone or some other type of electronic, maybe a small digital camera, and it secures with the Velcro flap here. We get 3 pen slots here, and 2 elastic bands to keep some kind of a cylindrical object here. I've got a monocular that I keep in here. It's perfect for that. Behind those 2, we've got a secured pocket here, slip pocket secured by Velcro. Behind that is another pocket that goes down to the top of this pocket. Both of these pockets actually go right to where this seam is here. So they're pretty roomy, and they're both secured with Velcro, and you've got the standard key keeper here. It's got a nice piece of hardware in the end. It feels pretty rugged. This is generally an area where companies cheap out on materials, and this one feels pretty good. Alright, moving along to the sides of the pack, we have their awesome collapsible pockets. These things are just awesome. It's one of my favorite features of these bags. And this one's actually large enough. See, they're both the same, but I'll show you how they work. It's the same as the Dragon Egg or the Dust. These secure with Velcro when they're not in use, so they're not really terribly obvious. When you want to use them, you can open them up, and they even have a zipper that runs along the side to give you even more room. So these guys will fit easily a full-size Nalgene. I've got my Glacier, my GSI cup here. Fits in there, and then I drop my Nalgene in. Boom, it's not going anywhere. On the Dust, I've noticed that, the Dragon Egg, I've noticed that the pocket isn't quite as tall as it is on the Dust and the Dragon Egg. On the Ghost and the Dragon Egg. This one has a nice row of MOLLE, so the bottle is nice and secure. It's a feature that I really like. It's great to have this available space when you need it. It's nice that it tucks away when you don't need it. Then moving along to the main compartment, zips down to the top of the water bottle pockets or external side pockets. On the inside, you get their logo, and you've got a small zippered mesh pocket here. Sorry, it's not opening up, not cooperating very well, but hopefully you can make that out there. You can just see the top of the pocket here. There's the zipper, and it's about as deep as, up to my wrist here. So it's good size. My only complaint about this part of the pack is that I wish they had put the pocket higher up. I understand that, they had to put their logo here. That's fine. It's just a little tough to access when you've got a lot of stuff riding around the bottom of the pack. It would have been nice to have this up a little higher so that it's not interfering with that. But in general, one thing I can say about these direct action packs is the pockets are set up in such a way that they don't interfere with the surrounding pockets. So I mean, you really have to overfill it to get that to happen. It's nice. You can fill up a pocket and not have to worry about it intruding on the space of the adjacent pockets, so that is a nice feature. But this is one area where I do find that the contents get a little bit muddled in with whatever you've got in the main part of the bag here. It's not a huge deal, just something maybe in a Gen 2 I'd like to see this moved up a little higher. I don't know where they put the logo, but you know, I know that's a concern. But anyway, the only other niggling complaint I have about this is that they don't have the nice soft trico-lined pocket that both the Ghost and the Dragon Egg have. And there's not a whole lot of room on this pack. It's a small complaint, but it would have been nice to have that pocket here. I like to put my sunglasses or, you know, even tuck a cell phone in there. It's just a nice feature, but not a big deal. Like I said, maybe on Generation 2. Moving along to the main compartment, the inside. You've got a pretty spacious main compartment in here. You can fit quite a bit of stuff in here for a small pack. It's much more roomy than it looks on the outside. It's probably about 5 inches across the bottom, maybe 8 wide. And inside the main compartment on the bottom, if you can see this, among all the cat hair and dog hair in the bottom of this bag, there's a little drain grommet right there. On the part closest to the wearer's back, you've got a really nice padded pocket for either a bladder or I like to keep my Chromebook in here. It's perfect for a Chromebook, and it's nicely padded, really good thick padding. It's even padded on the bottom, so if you have electronics in there, if you set the bag down, they're not going to get damaged. It's a good setup, and it's secured with a little Velcro strap right here. See that? On the inside, I've tucked it into the other compartment, but there's a little webbing loop here with an SRB that you can use to hang a bladder if you choose to use that compartment for hydration. So it's a nice setup. It's very versatile. You can use it for either, like I said, small electronics. You might be able to fit, I'm assuming you could fit a MacBook Air. I don't have one here I can try, but this is about the size of a small MacBook Air. I think it would go easily in there. So you could do either or. Top has their awesome weaved paracord handle. It looks like a double Cobra stitch. This gives you quite a bit of extra paracord if you need it in a pinch. It's a great feature that both the Dragon Egg and this Dust backpack have. Love it. And it's a really comfortable setup too. It's nice to carry this way. It doesn't feel like it's going to go anywhere. The handle keeps its shape. And it's great to have that extra cord if you need it. Nice feature. On either side we have 2 D-rings. Great for clipping random stuff on that you might have with you. I like to have a couple of beaners on those. Very nice. Oh, I forgot to mention on the side here, you've got, as you probably saw, a 3x6 matrix of MOLLE. So, forgot to mention that earlier. Another nice feature about these bags is that every zipper on this pack has this really cool rubber coating with a nice pull tab. These are like heat shrink tubes that they put on this paracord. It just keeps the zipper from, or the zipper pull rather, from getting floppy around, and keeps it nice and rigid. It makes it easy to open if you have gloves on. It's a good feature. And I think that's it for that part of the bag. Moving on toward the back panel, you've got these nice straps. They're not very thick, but they're wide enough to distribute, as much as you could carry in this pack. You're not going to carry a ton of weight in this bag unless you just fill it with bricks or something. So this is really comfortable for, a standard load that you have in this bag. And it's got obviously this piece of webbing that runs down the strap. You get a D-ring here and an adjustable sternum strap. And these release with a standard side release buckle. On the back panel itself, you've got these nice thick slabs of open cell or closed, whatever this kind of foam is. I'm not sure what it's called, closed or open cell foam. It's maybe half an inch thick. It's nice and padded. Causes good airflow to go through here. I've worn this bag on a 5.5 mile hike, pretty fully loaded, almost a gallon of water for me and the dogs, and this thing was really comfortable. My back didn't get sweaty at all. It's just enough airflow to keep your back cool. And on the inside here, you've got another pocket that you could also use for a bladder, and it has its own little piece of webbing, the same exact thing that you found in the inside of the main compartment. for hanging a bladder, or you could, you know, throw some electronics or a towel or whatever you want in there. It secures with Velcro. Nice feature. And then accessible to both the main compartment and this rear compartment is a little exit tube or exit port for your hydration hose or antenna, you know, whatever you want to use it for. And again, you can get to it from either this compartment on the back or from the main compartment. I think that about does it for the features. Though there is one more thing I should show you here. This does come with a pretty nice waist belt. It's actually pretty substantial for this size pack. You know, it's an inch of webbing, very adjustable. It's removable, and if you don't want to use it, which is, you know, I don't really see the need for having a waist belt with this type of pack unless you're, you know, cycling or running or something. There's a place where you can tuck it in on the bottom to keep it out of the way. It is removable. It's got this tri-glide here, so you can easily take the hardware off, but I mean, it tucks in here just fine. It gets out of the way, which is what I've got the other side doing right now. So very great small bag. I'm very impressed with their products. I'm looking forward to see what they come out. Hopefully Gen 2, some pouches maybe that you can secure on the nice MOLLE that they've got. Again, very impressed with Direct Action in general. Great company, so check them out. Thanks for watching. Bye.